welcome. Yes, we have arrived again. I'm here with um, my lovely presenter again. She's doing a fabulous job today. We're on our third session together, so I am so excited for this digital journal for Seesaw. I am a proud Seesaw ambassador, and so I'm here with a fellow cohort at Aldine, and she is ready and set to go. Want to thank Miss Graves for being present as well, helping us through this and making sure that everything goes well as my co-host. So thank you, and over to you, Miss Griffith. Go down.
Thank you so much, Miss Gibson. Like she said, I am Miyaka Griffith. I'm going to be your presenter today for Seesaw 101 for Teachers. Since we are in this whole new normal, this new reality, Seesaw to me is a vital instructional tool regardless of your age. And since we are in this whole new normal, we are participating at TCCA and our houses. And I'm in my house right now, and you might hear a little dog back there, so I apologize for him. He does not know how to be, he doesn't understand that I'm in a training right now. So just thank you guys for bearing with me. If you want to get, I'm going to give you guys a variety of different handouts from Seesaw. The first one is going to be the one that's going to help us get through this presentation. It is not the presentation. I'll give you that link at the end. I find that if I give you the presentation before, it might get a little overwhelming. So this way, this handout from Seesaw will help you follow this presentation. Again, welcome. My name, I've already told you that. Who am I? I am an ECSE teacher here in Aldine. ECSE stands for Early Childhood Special Ed. And I'm also, like Miss Gibson, I am a Seesaw ambassador. And what that means, I have a heart to just share all the amazingness that Seesaw has to offer to teachers. And I take my time to just share anything that is new to Seesaw, and I give that out through like Twitter, and also I do different trainings, and this is one of them. So welcome. All right, so here's some housekeeping. Like this whole training conference has been. We are online, so it's going to be recorded, and you'll be able to review it later through TCCA 20 YouTube channel. We're going to be also using the Seesaw as a student and as a teacher. So if you have a device like a phone or something else that's separate, I encourage you to download the Seesaw class app on that device. Now, once it's downloading on the device, go ahead and just leave it to the side while we go through all of to build the foundation so that you understand exactly what it is, okay? And now let's get started with this friendly video. So that is what Seesaw, that's Seesaw in a nutshell, guys. You guys are done. No, I'm just kidding. So that was just a video that they provided the training to just allow you to see exactly why they're doing it. You know, we just went through, or we're still going through, an unprecedented experience. This pandemic has caused so many people to rethink learning, reimagine learning, redefine what that looks like for our students, because now we do have students not only in the classroom face-to-face, but we have students that are participating synchronously and also synchronously, is that a word? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. And also we have students who are participating virtual completely. So I'm one of those teachers. I'm a virtual teacher, and I can let you know, especially during the pandemic, this Seesaw really saved me. It saved my instruction. It allowed my students to continue to learn. All right, so I want y'all to just think about how can technology support great teaching and learning? If you can type that in the chat, I'm going to read some out. Oh, let me hold on. So we're going to, in the chat, we're going to just type in how can technology support great learning? And I'm going to, let me get, in the chat, I'm just going to grab the handout link for some people who actually would like to get that. Uh-oh, let me copy it. Sorry about that. I'm going to send that. So now you'll be able to get, that document. And again, we're going to type in the chat, how can technology support great teaching and learning? And so I'm just going to give y'all a second. Virtual teaching was made possible through technology. Exactly. Yep. Thank you, Miss Rosalind. Anybody else want to share? Connection. Exactly. Technology, it helps us connect to people. I don't know how many times I had Zoom conference calls during the beginning of the pandemic, right? Thank y'all. Thank y'all for participating. So I'm going to just share with you guys now 2 experiences of learning, okay? I know when I was in 4th grade, we would complete these minute multiplication worksheets, right? The teacher would say they would make it into a game and then you would do it, right? Then afterwards they would score it, and whoever completed like the 8 worksheet, then they would go to the 9s the next time that we would do that fun worksheet, right? Now I'm going to show you another experience, okay? Let's. Okay, girls, this time we're going to play more with 2 cards. And instead of adding the cards together, we're going to multiply it. And then the big number gets to take the pile and is the winner winner chicken dinner. Got it? All right, here we go. 6. I got 80. I'm the winner. You can congratulate me. 35. Winner again. I got 4. I'm a loser. I got 20. All right, so in this game, basically, I don't know if you were able to hear it, and I do apologize if my volume is too low for you. But they are playing war. And you know, war, whoever has the largest card takes the pile. But what they're doing, they're going to use 2 cards, and then they're going to have to multiply those 2 cards together. And then therefore, whoever has the highest product, they will then take all the cards. So it's a different experience, okay? Now I want you to just think for a second, which learning experience would you prefer? Or if you have any students or children, which experience would you like your student to experience? Type that in the chat for me. Was it the first one with the worksheet or the second one? Yeah, I'm seeing the game. Yes, exactly. The game is a different experience because you're actually having, it's fun. First of all, it's not, I don't have to write anything down. It's still a competition, right? We're still competing. We're still going to win. But instead of it just being a paper and pencil, I'm creating an experience. And not only am I able to see my cards, I'm able to see the others, and I'm practicing those multiplication facts as well. So did you notice that experience A only builds on those narrow skills, the pencil, paper, right? But experience B, it builds practice, it builds application, it's interactive, right? So in Seesaw, there's actually an activity in the activity portion of the platform that that's where it came from. There's many different other activities that are like that. So if you are primary, don't worry, there is tons of examples like that where our students are able to use, if they're especially virtual, their atmosphere to create an interaction or an experience what they're learning. Okay, let's keep going. So students thrive when they can actively explore new ideas and make their thinking and learning visible. I love that. I know that whenever during I guess we could call it quarantine time, my students were at home, and I love the value of listening to my kids and seeing them through video and different other tools that Seesaw provides. I love seeing them because I'm an ECSE teacher. I'm a special ed teacher, and a lot of the things that I need my students to do, they actually have to manipulate some kinds of material for them to show me that they can demonstrate the skill or they can't demonstrate the skill. And also we have those wonderful parents who love to help their students. So I want to see which students need help and which students are struggling on that skill. But with Seesaw, I'm able to see all of that. Okay, so the objective of this training is that teachers use essential Seesaw tools to create engaging learning experiences that make thinking and learning visible. That's the objective. So let's go over how to set up an account. All right. Within this training, you're gonna, if I go too fast, you can click on where it says Seesaw Quick Start, and it's gonna give you a copy of this here Quick Start guide for teachers. Okay. So what we're gonna do, hopefully you've already downloaded the application on your phone or a tablet if you're using that. If you can, or if you're comfortable with just opening up another tab, I kind of encourage you to just use your phone or a tablet. We're going to now set up the account. These are the steps. You're going to create the account. You're going to click on create an account, and then first you're going to have to title it, and then you're going to select what grade level you are. If you teach multiple grades, you can say other, and then add students. Now this is going to tell you, like, how do you want them to log on? Do you want them to log on using their email account, or do you have a class sign on? So for the virtual students, email is probably, if that's the way that they're logging on, and everything, keep everything the same. Don't change anything up. For this example, I'm probably not going to have you guys set up your classrooms right now because we're going to be working primarily as a student. But I have those there, and this is going to also be embedded in the end at the presentation at the end. Okay, and if that is confusing, there is a tutorial right here that Seesaw has created, and it's real user friendly. I love watching tutorials on YouTube. You can always stop and do what they're doing and then rewind or slow it down. So that is an option there for you as well. But I'm also going to just review those steps again. You would, if you are on another computer or you've opened up another tab, you're going to do app.seesaw.me and then create a class and then choose their sign-in mode. So let's view, and then we're going to create some posts in just a second. Let's view some posts. So here is a Seesaw demo class right here. And as you can see on the right-hand side, you see the students' names. Now, this is actually looking from the teacher's view. As a teacher, you see all of this. The parents can't see what they're seeing right now. The students can't see what you're seeing right now. But that's what it looks like from the teacher's point of view. Melissa, the student, did this beautiful drawing of her new ending to a specific story that they read, right? So it says click on the journal to view the work. If you click on the calendar icon, you can actually see how many posts were created that specific day. I like that one. Here it says, sorry, my toolbar is in the way, but you can click on a specific student to see that student's work. So it's super easy to navigate, right? If I wanted to look at Kareem's, I would then click on Kareem, and then I'll be able to see all of that student's work. Okay. You can also like and comment. Now, I like to like everybody's everybody's post because it builds up their morale. If you're younger, you could do a comment. You can the students can also comment onto each other's if you have that set up, and I'll show you that hopefully within this presentation. You can post to the class journal by clicking add and then the students post work. That's a way. Let's see. So let's say that when you set up your class, you don't want everything to immediately get onto the class journal. You want to be able to approve the post. So you can set that feature up as well. Okay, volume is okay. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to show you some just examples that are out there. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about when I say Seesaw. Here we go.
I am great at art.
All right, so I'm going to play it one more time.
I am great at art.
So this is, can you do multiple classes? You can do multiple classes. I'll show you on my Seesaw, I have multiple classes. And you can also have create co-teacher. So like, let's say you have, let's say you have like a paraprofessional that works with you, or one teacher teaches math and another teacher's reading, and you share students, you can do it like that. But this is an example of like an extension. So I know in kindergarten we like to, or in pre-K we like to draw, and then from your drawing you then create your sentence, right? So here in using Seesaw, taking it a step forward. Instead of just having the students draw the picture and writing the sentence, I want to see it, and I want your parents to see it. So teaching them the procedure to take the picture and then record their voice reading the sentence that they wrote. This just warms my heart seeing that. Here's another example for a higher grade. Let's see.
This is how I make 7. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 6 plus 1 equals 7. 5 plus 3 equals 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And 5 plus 3 equals 7.
I'm sorry, this one I try to fix the sound, but the student was actually just explaining that they explained these equations. So let me see if I can turn it up a little bit so you can hear the beginning.
This is how I make 7. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 6 plus 1 equals 7. 5 plus 3 equals 7. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I need to cross out one of these. Okay, and 5 plus 3 does not equal 7, so 5 plus 2 equals 7.
Alrighty, so in this example, the student is using manipulatives, and they are showing the different ways to make 7. So this is kind of like kindergarten, right? And they're using manipulative. So I know currently at my school, we're working on, the students are getting like individualized workstations, and they have their own like those type of Unifix cubes. This is perfect. They didn't have to use a piece of paper. It's engaging. Obviously, you would show them how to do this. The students just took a picture of their work and then used their finger to write out 4 plus 3, 6 plus 1, all of that fun stuff. And then, like in real time, they were able to they realized that, wait, that's not right. They self-corrected. So that's a huge thing with Seesaw. Like students are able to rethink things because they're utilizing these tools. Okay, I'm just going to check the comments. Yes. Alrighty. So here's one more math concept. Any math teachers in the house? Whoop, whoop. Okay, let's see.
This is a group of 16, and I figured out 16 is an even number because there is 8 groups of 2, and none left over. I can also do an addition sentence. 8 plus 8 equals 16.
Again, utilizing the materials that you have in your classroom and creating creating an activity so that your students are able to use those higher order thinking skills. I think the student gets more out of talking it out and explaining how they got it than just seeing it on a piece of paper. And I'm really not against anyone that does use worksheets or anything. I'm just trying to give you a different opportunity. All right, this one's probably my favorite, I think. Let's see.
These are the ones that have T in them. 2, that's, what, and the.
All right, so let's do it again.
These are the ones that have T in them. 2, that's, what, and the.
Okay, so there's the activity is they're sorting sight word cards, those who have the letter T in it and those who do not have the letter T in it, right? Now, I liked how the student was reading the different vocabulary cards or sight word cards, and then you could hear that that student was unable to say the word went. They said the word what. There's another example that I did not include, or it's not included, and it's the same kind of thing. It's you're having the students practice reading sight words, and you're able to then hear the students when they're not able to say or know a specific sight word, right? So like, let's think about our classroom. If you're a virtual teacher, right, and you have a list of sight words, and y'all are on your Google Meet or your Zoom call, and you're like, I want to hear you guys read the sight words. First, put yourself on mute, and then upload your response on Seesaw. And then we're going to listen to them as a class. And, obviously you wouldn't listen to them as class, but as for an example. So then you can give them a moment, and then you can share your screen and go over them. All right, let's listen to Tamara. Let's listen to Nicole. Does that make sense? So that's real user-friendly, incorporating those virtual students into the classroom. Alrighty, and here's another example. Now we're talking about reading.
Before Bean met Ivy, she didn't like her. Bean's mother was always saying that Bean should try playing with the new girls across the street, but Bean didn't want to. She, 7 years old, she liked you, said her mother, and it seemed like such a nice girl you could be friends with.
So this is awesome for so many different ways. The students are posting, and then they're able to go back and listen to themselves read, so they can kind of self-correct. You could also do a running reading record. Sometimes when you're doing them, it's only like students right there and you're trying to follow and you forget, like, oh, did they miss it, or was that just me? But if it's on Seesaw, you're able to then go back and say, you know what? Okay, they did mess that word up, so like your data is a lot more accurate, and that makes my little ECSE heart so happy. I love accuracy. So by default, all students can see all posts to the class journal. To change this, you change it in the settings, and we're going to get into that right now. So we're gonna practice posting, and the way we're gonna do that, I'm gonna go into my Seesaw. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys the login. Hold on just a second. Let me make sure I have it. No, it's not here. Sorry. I'm having a bit of a little hiccup in my mind right now because I want you guys to log on. So we're sharing. Where's my QR code? I'm trying to find my code. Now I'm getting all, okay. Hold on. Since I typically don't use the code, like there's a way that I can, there it is. Alrighty. Sorry about that. You're going to, now let me show you what you're going to do. You're going to click that you are a student, and then you're going to type PTOFOK. Okay. I got a little nervous, guys. So I want everyone to type PTOFOK. All right. I'm going to put this in the chat. PTOFOK. And then I'm going to show you what that looks like. So you have it in the chat. Let me log out. Okay, so if I'm a student, I'm going to type in where it says text code here, PTOFOK, just like that, and then go. So now you are in Seesaw, okay? Okay, so what I want you guys to do, let me log out because I'm actually, I'm not going to log out just yet. You're going to click the plus sign, and then I want you, if you feel comfortable, if you have like, I want you to take a picture of your desk or your shoe or a cup. So you're going to choose the photo, and it won't let me because right now I'm utilizing my camera. So let's see. That's me. So then you're going to click, and it's going to take the photo. Then you're going to click that check. And now it's like select a student. Well, typically if we were face-to-face, I would have given you a number. Just select your favorite number and then click check. Okay, so once again, once you're in, plus sign, photo. This time, let me use this. Go Noodle. I wonder if you guys attended that training. Check. And then check. Okay, so let me log off. I did something. Here we go. And I'm going to log in as the teacher so you can see what it looks like on my end. Oh no, back. Sorry. Oh, look here. I have some posts to approve. So let me review. All right, let's see. All right, someone did something great. Good job. Oh, you're in. Whoop. All right, let me approve that one. All right, thanks, Miss Gibson. Oh, I have some more posts. Hey, hi, number 9. It's good to see you. All right, Jennifer, beautiful cup. Now, imagine if you are a virtual student, okay, which we are right now, and if you already posted, you know, it's making you feel a little bit good, right, that you see yourself on the screen, right? So as a virtual teacher or a synchronous teacher, your students are able to still participate in what they're doing just through Seesaw. And on top of that, if you approve it, and you can then post things to the blog and everyone can see it. Oh, I'm seeing some people. Uh-oh, let's see. Who else do we have here? Oh, I already said good job. Oh, review. Learning on a Saturday. Oh, we have some GT people. They've already started adding some text. Good job. Oh, thank you. Although she did not want to post her picture, I see she found the writing tool. Good. Y'all are doing awesome. See, that's pretty simple, right? So it's the same kind of process with your students. All you have to do is teach them how to log on and then take a picture, which I'm pretty sure they've been taking pictures since they were infants, right? And then it goes on to the class journal. So let's discuss some things. So how do Seesaw's learning tools make learning visible? Let's think. Well, you can share a photo and a video. There's the microphone, which I'm going to show you in just a second, pen and labels, and multiple pages. Alrighty. Oh, I have to review some more people's posts. Let's see. So I'm going to show you guys, we're going to use the drawing tool next. All right, Chick-fil-A for the win. Chick-fil-A for the win. All right. So now let's say they're not going to take a picture. You want them to draw. So you're going to click the drawing option right here. And these are their drawing tools right here, right? So I have my little pen here. Here's the pencil. The pencil, you can change the thickness of the lead. You can change the color on this side right here. And if you want them to do multiple pages, there's the page right there. So let's say, excuse me, they made a oopsie, so then they can erase the oopsie using the eraser. And you can also change the size that way. These are all like, really cool graphics here. Let's like spray paint. You can also add shapes. So like, hold on. You can add shapes, and with shapes you can make them bigger, you can change their color, you can lock them in place. You can have, if you unlock them, you can actually have them linked to go somewhere. I don't know if that reminds you guys of anything. I don't know, Bitmoji Classroom, but do you see where I'm going with that? Yeah. And then I'm going to do my sample students. Ta-da. Look at that. It's gorgeous, right? Okay, so what I want you guys to do now, I want y'all to draw, draw a self-portrait. So in your self-portrait, you're going to have your head, you're going to have some eyes, a nose, and a mouth. If you want to add some hair, you can add some ears. After you draw, then click the checks and find your favorite number and post it. Okay, let's see what beautiful post we have. I think that was me. Oh, let's see. Thank you, number 8. Good job. So I'm going to give you guys a chance to explore the drawing tool. So again, you click the plus sign, post a student work, drawing, and then you can draw. And then I'm gonna check. So if you have like a touchscreen, I don't know what I just wrote. If you have a touchscreen, this would be really good for your students, especially if they're younger. They can practice with their little pencil fingers. I know iPads, they have the Apple Pencil. If you're using student iPads, that would also be good. Good job, 7. Nice eyes, nose, and the mouth. Oh, number 5, they're getting all detailed on me. All right, so the next thing that you can then do, you can draw, but you can also record your voice. So I'm going to draw a face. I'm going to, it's not, I'm having some difficulty, but here are my eyes and there's my mouth. These are my ears and here's my hair. That's my face. So they can listen to it. I'm going to draw a face. That's loud. Sorry. So that's how they would then add their voice. As a teacher, do you have to approve every submission? You don't. You can go into, it's all how you have it set up. So if you click on the wrench, and again, I'm on the teacher point of view, you go on the wrench and then see, let's see, I think I just passed it. Students can see each other's work. New items require approval. So if I click this off, then everything that my students are submitting will go straight to the class journal. If I was working in older grades, I would probably have it on just so that I could approve it just in case, for safety. Jumbo, hi. So there's those little features. And deep in the heart of Texas. So thinking about your own process as you're exploring this, and if you're choosing to use this, those steps are pretty simple to teach your students, right? All right. Multiple pages I already showed you. So when to use the green add button. Students use when directions are given outside of Seesaw. So when you're going to add a post, you want your students to do that. Have questions about this sessions, please post. Oh, okay, sorry. When you want students to show you their work, like, I don't know, during a show and tell activity, or when you want them to do something to show you in a small group and you haven't created an activity, you would use the plus button. Teachers use to post. Resources for students to view, because I also, as a teacher, I would post like a morning video or a read aloud. So like, let's say you didn't have a learning management system, your school decided to tell you that you could use whatever you want, and you're using, all of these other different applications. If you use Seesaw, you can kind of combine all those other ones into one. Discussion questions. So if you have those older students, or even younger students, if they're ready, you can actually have a prompt and then they can comment and then repost great student work. I think that's awesome. I do that. I would say this is a great activity, or look at how Noah did his work, right? Positive reinforcement. So then there's this other wonderful tool that I'm going to show you called the activity library. Now, this is probably also one of the most overwhelming tools because there's so many good things, and it's like, where do I begin? All right, and then so if you go to the community, those are just things that I've made or I've gotten from free websites and things like that. So if you go and let's say you are pre-K, right, and you want an art lesson, look at those. And of course, before you use the activity, you always want to review it. So I've used this one before, and I'm going to assign this one to you guys. So like, let's say I like this activity, I'm going to click assign, and then I would select my class. You can schedule it. So like, let's say when you're doing your lesson plans, you're looking at all the activities and you want to do, okay, I want this shape activity for Monday, letter activity on Tuesday. You can do it like that as well. So I'm going to assign it to the class. You can also assign it to the individual students as well. And since y'all are in there, you might have received. So let me go back. I've received some notifications. It's probably saying something about, oh, look, I have two unimproved items in my class. Let's see, someone posted. Hello, awesome. Awesome. All right, so if I want to use that activity, there's my activity. So I click over to assign. There's this person created some verbal directions.
Tap the green Add button to begin. Tap your name. Tap the Move tool.
Okay, so they're basically telling you how to do the activity. So it's tap the Add button and see these little, these in the class setting, they would not have numbers. It would actually be the student's name. So you would choose the student and then you're going to choose the Move tool and they're able to move the shape into the correct area. Now, in my virtual classroom, I would do this as a virtual teacher. I would model it this way. I would log in and show them, all right, guys, we're going to do this. We are going to sort by shape. So I'm going to touch my finger because that reminds me that I'm going to use my finger so I can drag. And then I'm going to go through each shape. First, I'm going to think, what shape is it? Or I can go, does it go here? No. Does it go here? No. Does it go here? Yes. And I can ask my student, that's not locked. Did you see that? I'm pretty sure that your students will do that too. I could ask someone virtually, hey, Johnny, does it go here? And they can either answer yes or no. Does it go here or does it go here? Yes. And then when they check, it's then going to go into their online journal. That's how you use activities in a nutshell. Okay, so I see that there are some more items coming in, but let me go back here real quick. So if you had Seesaw School, you would also have school there, but a lot of us are going to be using the free version, so you wouldn't have school there. And this is just going through those steps to save an activity. If you want to like create or add activities into your own library, like I have, you just click on the little heart. The heart means that you're adding it. So I would go to community. Sorry, it's taking a while. And then I would just select and choose the heart, and then it will save into library. So what I like to do is go through them and find something that is kind of relative to what I'm teaching for that week, save them, and then schedule them out. So I don't have to do it the day of or the day before. If you don't know how to start, you can click these right here, remote learning routines that Seesaw has already deemed that are wonderful and easy to use. Okay, and then again, you just click the heart. So this is what that daily routine looks like. For those who are able to read them, they can read them, and then there's also those instructions there. Okay. So if you want to, like, let's say you have an activity and you want to change it yourself, you can. Sorry, it's thinking. You can, let's see, if I wanted to change this one, I can then click the three dots, kind of like three dots like Google, there's three dots, and I can copy and edit that activity. And therefore, can then either change what it says here. Sometimes the template you're unable to edit, but if that's what you want, I'm just showing you how to edit that activity from somebody else. Okay, we did that. This is what it looks like when students respond. So we explore, these are more exploring, closer look at activities, search for storytelling and drawings. So let me get out, delete the new activity. I don't want that. So if you know of a specific activity, you can search. You can save it and explore the different parts of that activity. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the time and making sure that we have time to engage with one another. How do Seesaw activities support engaging learning experiences? So if you want to share in the chat about like how so some things, it's a multimodal direction. So you can use pictures directions. You can use your voice. You can do videos. There's so many different ways. And then students have access to all the Seesaw learning tools, which is great. And then students have an authentic audience for their work. Will you show how to use Google drag and drop? Yes. Okay. So now sometimes there are wonderful people who have created drag and drop activities. So if you have a drag and drop activity, you can create the new activity and then add a template. You're going to upload and then you're going to go to your drive. Now, please don't judge me what my drive looks like because I never know. And some you have to kind of play with because if they're already created for Google Slide, I'll show you what I mean. Watch. You'll have to figure out what's locked and what's not locked. But I don't want to confuse anybody. So I'll show it, and then I'm going to give you a resource that will give you more instructions. Okay. Sorry, it's coming up.
While that is loading, I wanted to make sure that I snuck in here and gave you that super secret word so that you have the opportunity to get the certificate that has been emailed to you. And for this session, we are at the 12 o'clock hour. The super secret word is, oh, and I don't have it printed. I'll have to put it real quick, is tenacity. Tenacity. And I will make sure that it shows. Remember, it is case sensitive. I will make sure that it shows on your screen in just a moment, but I'll be quiet and let her finish up this portion.
So right now, this is a drag and drop that I got from somebody else, and it's not letting me do it, but I'm going to show you a resource that I received from someone who's already created it. I don't really create, I'll show you the ones I've created. I was trying to find something fast for you. And again, the secret word is tenacity. Sorry, I don't know why it's going so slow right now. All right, so let me go into my little collection here. Let me see. No, that's not it. It's been a moment since I've looked at all of mine because I like to use new ones. So while I'm looking at, okay, that's going to take a moment. I'm going to share that resource with you, okay? Can we do all of this as a whole group on the Promethean board? Then yes, you can do. Anytime that you are showing them any new skill, especially for your younger learners, it's always good to show it and model it as a whole group. Then you go from whole group to like the weedy, you could do it together in a small group. So therefore they're more confident that they can do it by themselves independently. But it's also practice and providing opportunities for them to use Seesaw. It's kind of like when you work, like it's kind of like building up that muscle. The students have to build up that muscle, that brain, that connection in their minds. Okay. Alrighty. The secret word is tenacity. All right. You did it. You learned 3 ways to view student work, approve student posts, how to post to the class journal, find, save, and assign activities. So here's a bit.ly. This is different ways. Again, you don't have to copy this one because I'm going to give you the link to this whole presentation. So don't worry about that. All right. Okay, so here's the link for this presentation. It's a bit.ly TCCA 20 Seesaw presentation. Okay. And then Seesaw themselves have tons of training. And I know I just only had 45 minutes with you guys, and it's not face to face. And I'm so used to face because I like to help people. But they are there. They have a YouTube channel. If you can follow them on Twitter, and you can follow them on Facebook, and they have Seesaw different communities, and they also have tons of resources out there for people who've already created activities. Okay, so I hope I didn't overwhelm anybody. I really appreciate you all for coming. Take it away, Miss Gibson. Yes, Seesaw.
Yes, we are two very, very proud Seesaw ambassadors, and I just wanted to say that if you are looking for some support and you want to learn more, definitely we would love to help you through that. Also, want to thank Ms. Graves for being present. She's helping me out on the back end, and we are just so excited that you attended today. Thank you so much. Make sure you give her a shout out on social media. Definitely, definitely, definitely been a great day today. I've had 3 sessions with her and I've approved of every single one. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We will see you for the next session. Have a great afternoon.
Bye, guys.